Hi guys, welcome to this short video about this Eero system. That's a Wi-Fi extender. It's really a funny story why or how we got this thing. This is not ordered like from Amazon or so. We got this from WOW. So WOW internet provider. You can see that here, internet and TV and phone. So we had actually internet and TV for around $160 per month, and they increased after a year to about $210, and we said, yeah, it's just too much for us, we cannot afford that. Is a possibility to go low? And she asked us, yeah, do you really need TV? I mean, yeah, the thing was actually we wanted to get out of the contract, and they told us, yeah, we have to pay a lot of money as an early termination fee, and we said, yeah, no, you can't do that. I mean, we didn't know that we are in a contract, and she said, yeah, you are actually only in a contract for the TV. If you don't need the TV, you can get a lower fee, and you can get out of the contract. And by the way, we can treat you as a new customer, and then you get an even lower bill, and you get then even this thing for free, which all the new customers get. So that was an insane deal. Now we are paying not even 50% of the bill which we would have to pay. Of course, there's no TV. Now we are on the Sling TV. Yeah, that's another thing. I'll make another video about that. But anyway, yeah, we got this thing, this Eero. I don't know where it's coming from. Somebody said it's from Google. I think it's not Google. It's maybe more Amazon. Maybe, I have to do research on that. I really don't know where it's coming from. But yeah, they told me it has a really good reputation. But this is the set from WOW. So this is the important thing. Maybe that's not the standard edition. That's maybe the WOW edition, I really don't know. So we get like this thing which we can put just somewhere in the house, like when you have like the normal internet router on your first floor and you want to have better internet on second floor, third floor or so, you can, I think, put this there. That's the thing which is going close to the router. And here we have another thing. Yeah, that's the power, of course. So for me, looks like we have to connect this to the router. Yeah, there's cable here. So for me, it looks like this is going to the router, and then probably that's one for the input, and maybe because it's blocking one thing, we can attach then a device to here. I really have to find out. There's not much instruction about that, so I have to do a little bit of research, and I'm going to show you how finally it will be installed in my house and how it's working. I mean, so many people are saying, yeah, it's a good thing. So I'm really struggling, especially with 2.4 gigahertz at the moment. Since I bought the WiseCam Outdoor, I'm heavily struggling with the 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, and even when I now unplug the WiseCam Outdoor, it's still bad. So it was good till this camera arrived, and now it looks like it caused something like permanent damage to my router, which I almost can't believe, but you never know. So this is a thing, and there's even like an app. Can see that here. Maybe there's instruction here in the app. Then that's what I'm going to do here. I'm downloading the app and try to find out how to install, what we can do, and then I'm going to show you everything, and especially how it worked, if it improved like wireless range, especially for my cameras and other things, and if it was worth the extreme high price, which was $0 for me. Yeah, it's a joke. Yeah, yeah, for me it will be really interesting. I really hope that this finally brings me the 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi back, but we'll see. So this is the second part of the video. That's the real installation. I've made a lot of pictures and screenshots, but I'm recording from the PC, so my voice has a little bit different tone. but you still should be able to see everything. I'm going to tell you everything. So some of the pictures of course are not so clear, but yeah, here at least the screenshot. So that's the app which you have to install. I mean, you can scan the QR code here, then it will bring you to the Play Store or Apple Store where you can install that. You can see the reviews are not the greatest. There are a lot of 5-star reviews, but there are also a lot of 1-star reviews. A lot of people are saying it totally didn't work for them. So even though it's very expensive and a lot of people are saying it's a great thing, so it seems not work for a lot of people. So yeah, here it is. When we start the app, it will tell you everything will be running in under 10 minutes. Yeah, don't believe that. Yeah, definitely don't believe that, and I will tell you at the end of the video how long it took me. And I'm a tech guy, I'm not doing a lot of other stuff than tech, and I'm doing that since 30 years. So I mean, not all the small stuff, but I have my experience definitely. So I mean, of course, it depends a little bit if you're lucky or not lucky. It depends a little bit on your situation, on your configuration, whatever you have. Maybe there are cases which will be running in 10 minutes, yeah, but just expect a little bit more of time. Don't do it in a rush, otherwise it won't be a good experience. So yeah, when we go through the app, there's a lot of explanation here. Again, they're showing you different situations and where you have to place these things, and the instructions, they're pretty good actually, more or less I would say. I've seen worse, definitely. So they tell you to disconnect from the old network. I mean, unplug the real router, the old thing, and then remove the existing Wi-Fi network from your phone. The thing is, of course, depending on your installation, maybe other people won't be happy. Yeah, you have to ask other people before you just disconnect everything. You have to think about what's everything connected there. So what I have done, I have set up this like in parallel. I'll show you how I did that. So what they expect you to have just a modem and then have like a wireless router and replace like the old wireless router now with this Eero. But a lot of people will have their combination like device which you get from your internet service provider, which is like basically the modem and the Wi-Fi router. So you cannot just turn it off, because otherwise everything will be offline. So yeah, here they ask you what you want to set up. I have the Eero Pro in this case. I'm talking about this thing. Then they are telling you what you need to install. That's basically what you get from the package. Then they tell you to unplug the old modem and old router from the power, and then connect the Eero to the modem, and then after that into the power. So that's basically the setup, how it looks. And yeah, here is my old router. That's the WOW router. That's the Technicolor, which is basically the modem and the Wi-Fi router. And yeah, luckily at the back, in the back, I mean, we have 4 Ethernet plugs or 4 Ethernet ports, and luckily I had one free. So this is where I plugged the new cable in, and then the Eero as well. So here it is. When you continue, say you're ready, you have done everything, then the app will continue to look for your Eero Pro. Once the Eero Pro is blinking blue, it's in pairing mode. It will turn solid blue when found, and at the end it will be even white. So when I turned it on, it was blinking blue and blinking blue and blinking blue, and at the end the app said, yeah, no Eero Pro found. And I tried again. I clicked here again, and it took another 1 or 2 minutes, and at the end it was still saying, yeah, not found. I mean, I was sitting like 10 feet away maximum from this thing, so I don't know why it didn't do that. So total fail actually. I mean, we should expect that such a device for $300 should be able to connect to my phone, but it hasn't been able to do that. So the only thing which you then have is set up using serial number. There's a serial number underneath. Can see that when you click on that, it will tell you where to get it from. Yeah, here it says you'll find this 16-character serial number on the bottom of the Eero device. Yeah, just turn it around and then you have the number, and then you can enter it here and click on next. And in my case, then it only worked. It said yeah, detected, and you have to give some I think some authorization and setting up network, registering, boom, network has been created. And then you get back to the old screen where it asks you if you have other devices. Like we see WOW, you get this beacon here. You click on that, and then yeah, again, same picture here, nothing new. I just clicked here on beacon, and then it was yeah, the third picture of the same thing. Sorry about that. But it was then looking for the beacon, and yeah, it gave me also some information where to place it. Actually, there's some information how you should do that away from large electronics. Yeah, and the night light, you can go into the setting of the Eero, and there's a setting and you can turn this night light on. Yeah, that's nice thing here, nice gadget, nothing really crazy, but yeah, at the end, same thing here, no Eero beacon found. And I've tried again after that, because the alternate way is of course also to enter the serial number of at the bottom of the beacon this time, but this time the Eero beacon was detected. But you can see that it's not really smooth. That's not what you expect when you sit right next to this thing. It should be possible to that these devices will find your phone, or the app of the phone will find this thing here. So you place it like a champ, ha ha ha, yeah, setting up the beacon, success, and then add another device. No, I have set up both of them. No, I'm done here. And then connect the device. Yeah, you will also the QR code. Yeah, you just click and click and click and connect your phone to the new Wi-Fi. Of course, they will ask you to give it a name and a password in between. I've not been showing you these images, but I've been showing you about 90% of the images here, so it's really close to that what you will see here. After that, at least with the WOW implementation, you will see then a couple of these images about information about your whole internet, and you can check the speed. Yeah, here in the settings, I think it was, yeah, I can't see that, maybe here when you go down on the right side here, I think you can go into settings, and then there's the LED light which you can turn on. I think it was already on by default, and this is how it looks. You can see that I've plugged it in here because it was already a little bit dark. There's some nice light here. And by the way, yeah, when these things are connected, like the beacon and the normal Eero as well, it should have I think a white steady light. So this is it. I've tested the WOW, but that's the cable version. I think they have been testing that at the main device of the Eero. It's not a test like from your phone or so. I've been doing also a test. There are a couple of other pictures which you get then in the app. That there's not much to do here. I think I've been trying to add another device, Wi-Fi device. Yeah, I think it wasn't, yeah, it hasn't been a problem, but at the end I wanted to test the speed. You have been using like another app on my phone, which is really famous to test the wireless speed. And this is what I got from the Eero. You see 150 megabits of download, 43 megabits of upload. And this is when I went back to the Technicolor, the old router, I mean the Wi-Fi which is built into the Technicolor modem router combi thing, like from WOW. You can see what I got. I got even more download speed and a little bit less upload speed, but I've done this test a couple of times, so overall it looks like the direct connection to the Technicolor, I mean to the old device from WOW, was still faster than from the Eero. So yeah, it doesn't really surprise me. I mean, it has to go through another cable and then through another device and maybe even to the beacon, so it's not a big surprise. So I have it here like on this Nintendo thing here. That's the old router, that's the Eero here, so they are pretty close, but of course the beacon is then a little bit closer. And when I compare the signal strengths now what I have from the Eero, it's a little bit better than from the old 5G from the Technicolor router. But of course, yeah, the old Technicolor router is about 2 or 3 times further away, so there's no surprise because of the beacon. Now it's a little bit better because it's close. But yeah, the thing is also when the Wi-Fi network is shown on your PC or on your mobile phone, it doesn't say 2.4 gigahertz or 5 gigahertz, it's showing both at the same time, so you can actually not choose. It probably will choose on its own. It's a little bit weird, so I cannot tell you. Maybe it has been choosing 2.4 gigahertz and that's the reason why it has better signal strength, so it doesn't have to be better than the old one. So there's no like big improvement or so yeah, what I've been promising you, I wanted to tell you how long the whole thing took, and it was 45 minutes. I still had the impression that it was pretty much straightforward, more or less. I mean, a couple of things, like I had to search for the power, where I could access power and where to really put nicely the Ethernet cable and those things. So I mean, I could have been faster probably a little bit, but still 10 minutes, no way, definitely not, when you have to do a couple of scans and then to enter the serial number manually with 1 or even 2 devices. No, that's not going to work. This 10 minutes, yeah, that's just a scam. I mean, they're just writing that there maybe 2% of the people who will be able to install this in 10 minutes. For everybody else it will be half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, yeah, depending on your technical skills. What I have found, what's really disappointing here, is I thought, yeah, okay, one thing is missing. There's no button here on the side, not on the beacon, not on the main device. And I've been searching then for a WPS button, like the Wi-Fi protected setup, which is sometimes really convenient when you have new devices like a printer where you also have these WPS buttons, so you can just click on both ends on the Wi-Fi router and on the printer within 1 or 2 minutes and they will connect to each other. That's really convenient for a lot of devices, but looks like they are not supporting that. They are saying, yeah, it's because of safety issues. Are you kidding me? I mean, that's my decision. If I don't want to use that, yeah, I don't have to use that. If they place a button, then everybody could decide if you want to do that or not to use that. I mean, you could even go into the app and say disable that, but they should definitely provide this option to people, to provide really a nice, easy possibility to connect these to like non-tech people, and then they could decide. I mean, when somebody's really tech savvy and they think, okay, it's too risky and they want to disable, yeah, okay, they could provide this button to opt out of the WPS, but just not having this is a huge lack. I think this is really bad. I mean, yeah, overall I don't see this huge crazy coverage, super speed, whatever. I mean, the old Wi-Fi router from WOW, I mean, I had already a new one. They told me when they installed it 1 year ago that it's a really top brand new device. It's the latest edition, so looks like if you have also already this Technicolor router, there's not much need to have this device here, this Eero. So at the moment doesn't look like it has much more wireless reach. I will try then with some webcams maybe I'll get a little bit more reach, but for me at the moment it doesn't look like a crazy thing here. Much better than before, and the speed is a little bit slow. It doesn't have this WPS. So at the moment there's just one really good thing when I think about the whole experience, the whole thing, what it brought to me, to my Wi-Fi setting, or maybe two things. So yeah, there are actually two things. So the first thing is when I check the Wi-Fi signal environment in my home now. I mean, the thing, maybe if you have been following my channel, you know I've been struggling with the 2.4 gigahertz, especially after I was installing device cam outdoor, and you can see why. Here we have the normal 2.4 gigahertz, and here we have also the device base station. It's absolutely in the same range. It's on the same channels, has the same strengths. Yeah, it's and somehow for me it looks like it is covering up my old 2.4 gigahertz, and sometimes I really am struggling with a lot of devices to access now the 2.4 gigahertz because of that. Now with the Eero here, I've been calling this Elk Wi-Fi, so I just gave it a name at the moment. I haven't been thinking about really what to do, but anyway, here we have it on the side, and you can see it's really strong. Looks like it's even a little bit stronger here at this location here. Yeah, of course, I mean the beacon is a little bit closer. It has to be a little bit stronger, otherwise it would be super disappointing here. It's not because it's better quality or so, it's just like the beacon is closer to here, because with the old 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi there's just the router, there's no beacon. So here we have the beacon, which I placed a little bit closer, so that's probably the reason why it's stronger. But the good thing is you can see it's covering other channels, so it's here where nothing else is, or not much here. It's just one thing from this IP cam, but it's not strong. So you can see probably visibility for other devices will be much better than with the this hidden 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. So I expect that it will be doing a better job. So for some of the security cameras which I have placed outdoors, so I'm not going to cover that in this video. Maybe I'll do another video after a couple of weeks and telling you how it was really. This is more like about the setup and first usage. And the second thing is, of course, yeah, we have a different Wi-Fi now, and so this was extremely filling up these channels here on the 2.4 gigahertz. We have a lot of devices, I mean everything which needs a large wireless range. I mean all the Wi-Fi cameras which I have, and there are plenty of them, they are using exactly this 2.4 Wi-Fi, and so it was filling up. It got a little bit crowded here, and here I have now a new 2.4 gigahertz or 5 gigahertz, so it can take off some load of this 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi network, and so I think that will help definitely for the old Wi-Fi where I have already attached a lot of devices. So probably the whole thing will be running now much smoother than before. At least this is what I'm hoping for. But overall, for me, definitely not worth $300. Maybe I would pay I don't know, $20 or so, something like that, maybe up to 50, or but definitely not more than $50 for this thing. So for me it's totally disappointing. I definitely wouldn't pay $300 for this. I mean, we can find this here on Amazon. That's the thing here. That's exactly what WOW provided me, this Amazon Eero Pro Mesh Wi-Fi system, 1 Pro plus 1 beacon. It's $299, way too much for my understanding. But yeah, anyway, I'll definitely put down the link to this thing down into the description, so you can check it out and do whatever you want to do. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below. I'm always happy to talk about these things, and if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.